Shakti Shiva Tarot for another read for the collective. I hope you all are doing well. Okay, so in the last read, I had something on my mind. Wow, a huge chunk just came out. I'm going to really try and not look at it because it already looks really good. I was talking about spirituality and spiritual awakening and yesterday morning, and how I had this thought in between the stages, and I'm not going to go too deep before I lose it. My thought was, wow, what a beautiful world it would be if we all could just focus on our spirituality. What a different world if it would be. And I was thinking to myself, how different would it be if we actually got paid for our spirituality, for our spiritual ranking, for the work that we've done in the spiritual world? I bet the world would look a little bit differently. The people that have financial abundance, like material financial abundance, like tangible, like it would switch, right? Like if we were getting paid by spiritual ranking, I feel like, this was just a weird thought I had while I was like, okay, so wow, I got two chunks here. One starts with destruction and the Tower, and one starts with marriage. So this could either be like past, present, past, future, or you and your person and you, or maybe this is two timelines that you get to choose, or whatever. Anyways, let's get into it. Destruction, Tower moment, unexpected change, new opportunities. Didn't I say in the last read, shift or be shifted? Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. The Tower comes in to wipe clean any foundations that were not built on sturdy grounds. Self-worth, values, self-esteem, competence. Be empowered by valuing yourself. So, interesting. Okay, what I'm getting here is some of you may have been in a connection that was triggering your self-worth, or you were learning the lesson of self-worth and like needing to like put boundaries and not abandon yourself, not betray yourself. It says, I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. Okay, I gotta look at the whole, because I feel like whatever was causing you to feel unworthy is being wiped clean. Whether it was a negative belief, a past trauma from a past relationship, whether it was a specific person that kept behaving in a way that made you feel unworthy. Like, let's say that's what was happening with your person. Your person comes in to trigger your unworthy wound, and you're seeing how you are not valuing yourself by abandoning yourself, by betraying yourself for another person. That person comes in to wipe that slate clean. But if you keep going back and back and back and back, and so maybe there's deep feelings there, right? And that's why this person is saying, I'm confused. This could be you or your person, because there could be real feelings there between the two of you. But even if this is your twin flame, even if this is your divine counterpart that you're meant to be with, you are not meant to be in those patterns of lack of self-worth. You are not meant to be abandoning yourself or betraying yourself, even for your counterpart. It's like not even for love, right? Because the love should be of self first. So if you are harming yourself, ahimsa, by abandoning yourself in order to be closer to another person, every time you do that, you move further and further away from your heart, from your true center. So that is not loving yourself. So you are in turn loving another in place of yourself. It always will end up in heartbreak. And so if your person is on the other end of that, You know, they want you to value yourself. They want you to see your worth because they see your worth. But if you don't, then they're just going to perpetuate that same pattern because they are here to help you heal this pattern. So whatever role you need, if you need them to be that rude asshole or that rude bitch in order for you to see your self-worth, then your souls are going to be like, all right, tap in, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's on a soul level done with love. And we don't see that on the physical because we see it as like, you're causing me this. Well, no, that self-worth existed before your person entered the scene. Like, it's more than likely ancestral, or it was your choice. You signed the contract. You said, I'm going to carry this in this lifetime. So instead of, blame shifting, there's a union here, and it wants to come back into reconciliation because you guys do have a deep soul bond together. And so this is more and more showing me, I feel like this is like past, future, like we're headed towards union. There's a union here on a soul level, you guys. It says reconciliation, eternal love, your time has come. But there's always a but, right? Damn those buts. Hesitation. Someone is hesitating. Because someone is still confused about their emotions, about their feelings, and what to do with them. Past heartbreak, broken trust, afraid to move forward. Some of you still are carrying traumas from your past. Past heartbreak, experiences that you experienced with another person into a new relationship. Never going to work. It's never going to work if you keep seeing that past with someone new. And even if it, let's say you're like, okay, well, my person hurt me in this way. Okay, you either have two choices. You choose not to be with that person and you choose a new person, or you choose to forgive that person if you want to be with that person. You can't be like, oh, I want this person back, but then not forgive them for what they've done in the past. It doesn't work that way. There needs to be an active change. Or for those of you who are like, why would I want? Well, if you don't want that person, then you have to stop feeding that negative energy on. Forgive and let them go so you can invite the new person in. My heart keeps coming back to you, even though I know you've lost faith in me. But for some of you, I feel like you are entertaining and you want this reconciliation. Because for some of you, I feel like this is something that never even got off the ground. Never got off the ground because there has always been hesitation and past trauma interfering in this connection. So it says, understand who you truly are. This journey brings self-discovery, sacred journey. You are on a sacred journey. You guys could be road tripping. Maybe you or your person road tripping, traveling by car, or someone's coming to see you. Or you have taken a journey inward, journey abroad, journey, like I said, road tripping, traveling, whatever. But the point is that this is about going on a journey of self-discovery. I need this time for myself so that I can find myself. This isn't about me going and escaping myself. No, I need to go on this inner journey so that I can find my truth. Because my truth leads to marriage. My truth on a soul level is that I'm already on a soul level in union. But there has been a separation because we hear the first word on his card says reconciliation. And for some of you, this is, for those of you who don't want a person from your past, but I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like this is heavy, someone from your past. But for those of you who don't want somebody from your past and you are still watching, this is someone who you meet, but on a soul level, you're reconciling with because you've already been with this person in a past life or many, many past lives. So it says here, legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contract. Rings, exchanging rings, pink flowers. Journal, write, process, contemplate, understand your sacred journey. Sacred journey? A journey of self-discovery. So for some of you, maybe if you have already been married and you went into separation with your person and you want your person back, There will be a reconciliation. For those of you who have been married before and are separated, maybe you find your true twin flame. Wow. I definitely feel like this is somebody coming back from your past. So for those of you who don't want somebody from your past, I would just click off now. This journey leads to sacred marriage, to marriage, right? But yeah, there was a separation here, no contact. You guys have been connecting on the 5D, telepathically communicating through dreams, through meditation. When your mind is shut off and your heart is open, you better believe you're connecting with your twin in this 5D realm. It says focus on your own happiness. Some could be having nightmares of separation, of like being abandoned and being let go. Some could also be having dreams of marriage, like getting visions of marriage or past life memories. Past life memories when you were in marriage, when you were already in union. But look at this. You guys are mirroring each other. This is your twin, your counterpart. So when you point the finger at them, just turn it back around at yourself, because whatever you are blaming them for or shaming them for or mad at them for, it's something that has to do with you. It says reflection, twin, wholeness, synchronicity abounds. You're probably seeing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of numbers. Like I said, having like heavy dreams of your person right now. It says time passes, but my feelings don't change even though you no longer trust me with your heart. This person is worried that you are not open to them. So for some of you, you guys aren't, but for those of you who are, this is what they're thinking by your behavior, your energy, whatever. Anyways, you brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. And you see, sometimes this is what the separation does. Majority of the time, this is what the separation does. It allows the other person to be in their own energy and feel their own feelings. Where at the beginning, remember we saw it said, I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. The end, time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. Whereas in the beginning they were confused, now they are not. What do they know? They know that they want marriage. They know that they want commitment. They know that they want reconciliation and to reunite with you. Woo-hoo! All right. Let's see what else is coming on. So for those of you who are in separation and you are like hoping and praying and you're doing the work, you're not just sitting there waiting around, forgetting about your own life, forgetting about your own health, your duties. Mercury retrograde reinvention. We just had the Mercury retrograde, right? And I feel like this was an opportunity. I feel like, that's the separation, right? The separation. You guys were probably more than likely in separation during this Mercury retrograde, not communicating, because they had to go on this journey. They had to discover themselves, right? They had to go through this. You brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. They had to recognize that by what? By being away from your energy and by being in other people's energy and realizing how those people's energies affected them. How can they do that if they're in your energy all the time? Some people need to learn that way. And who are you to say otherwise, right? If somebody needs to learn in a specific way, it's not your choice. You can't control that, right? So they needed this time in order to be clear about their feelings, because as time passes, their feelings don't change. And I feel like for some, this person, it's like this is part of their MO. This is part of their MO. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gemini and Capricorn. Yeah, if you got a Gemini and a Capricorn on your hands, or somebody with these placements in their top 3, yeah, they're very calculated. They are going to overthink everything. You better believe that everything they've already thought of, they've already planned, they've already seen all the outcomes, they've already imagined all the possibilities. Gemini, I think. Capricorn, I use 22 and 15. And we have 51. So we have 1551, 5115. Anyways, this is somebody who is definitely going to plan accordingly. in their mind. They're going to use their intellect. And they need, okay, so my point was this person strategically plays this separation, this time and space apart, so that they can feel what they're feeling. It's like this person potentially, if they are a Capricorn or an air sign, you know, Capricorns are just very, my Venus is in Capricorn. So the way we show love is through stability. It's through structure. It's through being reliable. It's through showing up for you. The Capricorns are not very like romantic and passionate. And not saying that I'm not, because I have other signs and I am a Pitta and soy Latina. And I'm just saying that specifically this, you know, Capricorns tend to be very routine, very traditional, very like practical, and their love is shown in other ways, by being stable, by being solid, by being constant, right? Whereas air signs, they are very communicative, you know, they are, but also very playful. This is the sign of the siblings, of the twins, you know, so they're very airy, but they need space. They like their space. They like their independence. These are both very independent signs, right? So it's like somebody that needs that space and that time to see if their feelings, how they feel, right? Like, it's like, am I still missing this person after a certain amount of time? Because that to them is like a sign that they like this person. Oh my gosh. So calculated and so complicated. Why? Why do air signs gotta be like that? And I'm an Aquarius, so I get it. But sometimes we just want to be like, anyways, ninth house expansion, travel, movement. Like I said, spiritual expansion. This is spiritual growth. This is inner journey, but you could also be externally journeying. But I feel like this is expansion of love, because we have the beloved Taurus, Libra, Venus energy here. Okay, so an expansion in love. First house, arrival. Love is arriving in your life, potentially while you're traveling, potentially coming to you, traveling, coming to see you. Ascendant entrance. Third house, communication. You are about to have communication from someone who is about to enter your life, arrives through this expansion of heart and soul. Ooh-wee. Maybe they showed up during Mercury retrograde. Maybe they show up after Mercury retrograde goes direct. Wow. But this is definitely a new opportunity. A new opportunity to balance the scales. This could be somebody that was in your life that was taking their sweet ass time with the Knight of Pentacles, are finally arriving. They are finally arriving. Oh my God. For those of you, it's like the aha moment. In this time part, they have had this realization, this breakthrough moment, this aha moment, this realization that you are the only one they want to give to. They want to gift you something, potentially donate to you, like giving to you, providing for you, but also maybe giving you a gift. This could be giving you a ring, proposing to you with the 1111 card, 4 of Wands, solid foundations, long-term commitment, proposals, moving in together. This is you coming into a reciprocal energy. Someone who may have not been giving in the past is finally showing up after some time of journeying on their sacred journey. It took them some time to figure this out, to have this awakening, but they see you and they're coming back to balance the scales. Okay, so wow, look at that, the Emperor. Y'all, some of y'all are getting married, some of y'all are getting engaged, some of y'all are getting proposed to, so be ready to say yes. All right, so do you want to do Cowrie? Okay, a song nobody knows. Bro, I'm pretending I'm glad you went away. What? Nobody knows. Anyways, no Cowrie for today. I'm leaving it there.